so I'm not gonna give ages, but we're all in our 30s. The major players are me F30s, and we'll call the brother and sister combo Kelly and David Mayer. Why these names? 'Cause David Mayer can't be said by AI for some reason. I live with my best friend and housemate, David M30s. We used to rent together, but he was able to buy a house and I pay rent. We were visiting his sister to play a board game called Words. I was having fun, but I noticed I got the same role a few times in a row, and others seemed to also be getting the same role. I watched Kelly F30s collect the cards and then dish them back out, and I didn't notice her shuffle. I will admit I may have missed it, but as I drew the same roll, of which there was only one for yet another time, I decided to ask about it. I asked, "Hey, are you sure you're shuffling, because I got the same roll again? And that seems unlikely." She seemed very offended and told me yes, and you just created a feel-bad moment for anyone who may have gotten a role they have been waiting to try because you didn't want to play your role. I was kinda taken aback by the remark, and tried to explain myself, but kept being told we get it and being talked over. As roles were being handed out after another shuffle, Kelly snipes I shuffled, so don't complain if you get a role you don't want, and honestly, that kinda grated me to the point that I stood up and excused myself. I went home and worked out, and was planning to watch a movie in the living room when David and Kelly and a few others roll in. I didn't even have a moment to pull David aside and tell him I left because I needed space, 'cause Kelly really ticked me off, and while I recognize that it's kinda childish to get this riled up over her words, I think I did the right thing and removed myself from the situation and was trying to sort my feelings. It really didn't help David brought Kelly here. They end up staying over till 2 a.m. teaching Kelly a game, and being really loud, and I just stayed in my room. It wasn't until Kelly was yelling upstairs to David's girlfriend, talking, blanketing the house in her voice, and thus my room, that I came out and was like, "You know I'm still mad at you." That absolutely set her off. She lectured me, and when I tried to explain that I raised one slight concern and she absolutely blew it out of proportion, she proceeded to say 2 things my ex-wife used to say that hurt me really badly. Things that broke me and things I have been going to therapy for. Things I'm only just starting to recognize aren't true. She accused me of always needing to be right and needing to be the center of attention. I was devastated. I told her to get the fuck out of my house. She doesn't listen to me. She turns to David, and Mr. David Mayer turns to us and is like, "Okay, let's try to talk this out." This emboldens her and she doubles down, and I scream, "Get the fuck out," again and again. She turns to David, and again he tries to cool tensions. In the end, I know I can't handle this, and retreat to my room. I have been asked to apologize, but honestly, I don't feel like I'm in the wrong at any point other than saying, "I'm still mad at you," which could have been said far less antagonistically. Something like, "Hey, I left because I needed space from you. Could you please respect that?" Or something to that effect. Regardless, my friend group is mad at me, exploding over nothing, and I just need to have someone with an external viewpoint tell me if I'm in the wrong here. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Obviously my perspective is biased, and I will never be able to give an objective synopsis.